I didn't want to make a video about this. Well, I didn't want to make a video about this because I feel like at this point, everybody has already said everything that needs to be said, except they're saying the wrong thing. Logan Paul did not win that fight. My guy DC, right after the fight, Daniel Gomet on Twitter saying something like that it's not a good look for Mayweather, that he couldn't put Logan out or something like that. For real, DC, like that? You're over here trying to get a fight with his little brother, and now you're taking sides? Never take sides with the Paul family. I know people are probably scratching their beanies right now, saying, hey fool, haven't you made like 4 videos already about Jake Paul, and then we get mad and we act like that we don't want to watch him because we don't like Jake Paul, we don't want him in the community, and then you keep making videos about it because it's supposedly you're trying to get views and whatnot. And isn't that antithetical to what a YouTuber is supposed to do? YouTubers aren't supposed to get views and worry about their analytics. YouTubers are just supposed to have fun and make videos about stuff that people don't want to click on, right? Well, I will have to say I'm a little bit confused by the way you worded that question. But yeah, I should be making videos about Jake Paul. It's good for my channel. Yeah, so I'm going to be capitalizing on this stuff, all right? I'm going to make videos about it. But I'm also going to call out the truth when I see it. I don't work for anybody. I don't work for Bloody Elbow, MSBN Fighting, ESPN. They're not in my pocket. They didn't want to call me back. So maybe I'll make the videos about it, all right? Maybe I'll make predictions. Maybe, you already know this, that's my chair, don't trip. Maybe I'll be making predictions and whatnot. Maybe I'll have some fun with theories and things that I want to see play out in the future. But I'm an MMA truther, all right? I've already declared that. And Daniel Gomet disappointed me. I'll be making videos about these fools, but I'm not gonna be rooting for them just because that's what the masses are doing. DC's flip-flopping again. Just like when he said he was gonna retire, and I was happy. I thought he was gonna go out like a king, and then he went back on his word, and he lost. His flip-flopping again. That fool flip-flops more than my chanclas. I thought I wasn't recording right now, I almost cried. DC didn't go that hard, so I don't wanna go that hard on him. But I feel like he helped to create a narrative on Twitter when he said something like, that it wasn't a good look for Floyd because that he allowed Logan to go the 8 rounds with him. Hey, DC, did you actually watch the fight? Or were you over there watching basketball with Ariel? Mira, I've never been a Mayweather fan. And if you've been with this channel for any amount of time, you understand that. Go look at my older videos. I've been clowning on that fool from the get. I don't like that fool. But anybody that watched that fight, whether you paid the $50 or you watched the fuzzy stream on Reddit, could see that Mayweather carried that fool. And if you don't see that, then you're one of the fools that doesn't realize that Mayweather carried McGregor also. Mayweather carried Logan Paul and Conor McGregor like one of his little backpacks full of money, because that's all they are to him. And look, I'm not gonna say nothing right here set in stone. I'm not gonna make any black and white declarations. I'm gonna throw something out there that, you know what, it's not even my idea. It's not even my idea. I read it on a forum somewhere. But I'm gonna say this thing that I read somewhere on a forum, that, you know, look, at a lot of people are saying that Floyd's a gambling man. You know, a lot of people are saying that he has problems. I never said nothing like that, but I read forums, you know? And I saw on a forum one time that because he has these problems that we often hear about, and let's say that maybe that someone said on a forum that I read, and I never had this thought in my own brain, but that I just read it, that maybe Floyd wanted to bet on himself, you know? That maybe he wanted to play some bets out there in the universe, and maybe Floyd was like, you know what, this fool's big, this fool's strong. Maybe I can't pinpoint what round I would knock him out in exactly, because maybe he has a chin, maybe. But you know what I do know that I could do? If I did read this on a forum somewhere and I never came up with this in my own elaborate mind, then maybe he would think that, you know what, maybe I don't know exactly what round I could knock him out in, but what I do know is that I could take him to the distance. I do know that. I could Philly roll that for all night long. So then maybe that Floyd, you know, if I read it somewhere on a forum after the fight and I never thought about this in my own self, then maybe he wanted to bet against for himself, and he didn't know when he could put the money on that he would knock him out in what round win, but that he knew that he could take him the distance. That's business. What's he say, that he's a business man like that? And it's the same thing that Khabib said when he beat McGregor. He was like, hey, I don't want to beat him with like a flash knockout or something like that. I don't want to elbow that fool in the dome and then people be like, oh, it was an accident. He was like, I wanted to take him into deep waters. I wanted to punish him. I wanted to submit him so that there will be no questions. I wanted people to see that it wasn't just luck. All right. And that's the same thing that Mayweather did with McGregor and with Logan Paul. He gave him a whole 8 rounds to knock him out. Did you see that one part where he was swinging at him like if Mayweather was just a heavy bag? Mayweather was just standing there like this. Logan was giving him all that he had, and it wasn't enough. And then that fool Chael Sonnen, Charles Sonnen, made a video saying something like that Logan Paul won. It's bad enough that fool's already selling his viewers fake Ridge wallets off of Alibaba. And now this? Look, let me tell you something. All right, let me tell you something. Who landed more punches and who avoided more punches? I'm not even gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm just gonna say who landed more punches and who avoided more punches. That's probably gonna be the winner because it's a boxing match, right? Was it boxing or was it? No, it was boxing. All right, that's your winner. I'm not even gonna look at the names. I'm not even gonna look at the stats. You tell me. You do the math. All right, you do the math. Who got more punches landed and who avoided more? It doesn't even matter who avoided more, by the way. But that's just our human nature kicking in, being like, oh yeah, that fool is embarrassing. He threw like way too many punches and didn't land them. Doesn't that work in the favor of the one that avoided them? Since when do we count how many punches somebody threw and be like, hey, that's impressive. He threw 30,000 punches in that fight. Well, how many landed? I don't know, like 3. But he threw 30,000. That's crazy, right? Hey, Chael, you just single-handedly redefined how the science of boxing is supposed to work with one video, with one 9-minute and 52-second video. Congratulations. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. I am 100%, I'm gonna say 110%, because a lot of people like to say there's no such thing, but there's no truths anymore. So you can say, I say 350%. You can say whatever you want now. 411%. I like the Paul brothers fighting. I'm gonna say it, all right? You might get mad at it, but I like it. I like them fighting because I think it's a freak show, and I like freak shows. I like the Paul brothers fighting. 587%. I want to see it. I'm all in. I know a lot of the boxing Puritans, they're not for it. They're not with it. That's all right. I understand it. I respect it too, but I like to see the freak show. I like to see the crazy stuff, unexpected. I'm a WWF fan at heart, all right? I'm still a little kid right here. I got to admit it. And when you put that with the world of people actually getting hurt in real life, that's what I want to see. But I'm not going to lie for those fools, all right? I didn't even do it for my tío Beto. And now he's doing Fight to 10. And my tío won't talk to me. But that's okay. I got integrity and immunity. Look, I don't remember the numbers. I don't care. But I'm just going to tell you this. You could go look at the numbers and do the math yourself. All right? Logan threw way more, landed way less. Mayweather threw way less, landed way more. Now, unless the rules of boxing have changed when I wasn't paying attention, I think it's obvious who won. Now, there is one little narrative to explore left. If you want to say, all right, look it. Hey, Jesse, we're with you. We like to watch the freak show. We want to see the brothers keep fighting so that they could end up fighting like Oprah or something crazy like that. Like, we're here for it. We want to build up Logan, make it sound like he did a good job so that there's justification for him to fight again. I'm with you now. I'm with you now because I want to see it. I want to stream it. I want to predict it. All right? If you're trying to build them up just because you want to have a reason to see him in the ring again, because if he lost and he got embarrassed and he's a fool and all that, then all right, then it's like we don't want to see him no more. But nobody wants that. Whether you want to admit it or not, nobody wants that because, hey, you act like you're all righteous and everything because you didn't buy it. Hey, you know what? It takes way more work to find the working link on Reddit than to just buy the fight. If you stream the fight illegally, that was way more legwork than just paying the $50, homie. So joke's on you. I'm not Lou Thomas, all right? I'm not Ariel. I'm not DC. I'm not True Gordo. I'm not none of those fools. So I'm not going to go into all the analytical nature and stuff like that. I said my piece. If you want to go get into all that stuff with it, you could go check out those vatos. But I'm telling you, as an MMA truther, and I guess / boxing truther, whatever, I'm just giving you a little piece of my dome right here, a little piece of my beanie. I just want you to know what I got brewing under here because I feel like there's some stuff, as always, that's not being said. And I believe that's exactly why you're here because you know this is where you're going to get it, homie. I want to leave you with one more little nugget right here. I'll probably put it somewhere so you can click on it. I don't know. But I put in a previous video that Logan Paul was going to fight Mayweather and that if Logan Paul won, like the majority seem to think right now, that he's going to be thought of as the greatest boxer of all time because of boxing, that he's gonna be thought of per boxing mat of the greatest fighter of all time, the greatest boxer of all time, because that he beat the best boxer of all time, and that's how everybody's minds work today. Every time someone wins, they're the GOAT, you know. So that's I'm just gonna accept it for my narrative. If Logan Paul beat Floyd Mayweather, that Logan Paul will be seen as the greatest boxer of all time. And what would that set up? What'd I say? You gotta go watch the video. Now I'm gonna tell you right now because I don't get down like that. I said that Logan Paul will be seen as the greatest boxer of all time so that he could fight his brother, Jake Paul. and that will set up the biggest boxing match of all time. Imagine those two fools fighting each other. Dana White's over here talking about Amanda Nunes fighting Kim Kardashian. Hey, Dana White still thinks that people care about Kim that much? I said that he would set up a fight with his own brother, Jake Paul, because I said this was Jake Paul's year. I said it. I declared it. And now it's coming to fruition. I told you now he's gonna be fighting Tyrone. And I called that too. Am I over? You gotta call on Tyrone. Remember, did you see that video? I've been calling all of it. I called that one too in the last video. You didn't see it or what? I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna start the video so that you can watch all my other videos because I feel like you're missing stuff. I've been calling this stuff. Mystic Jesse has been hard at work. I've been laying out my predictions and I feel like YouTube isn't letting you know. So go watch it right now. Go scope them out. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late.